What's up, y'all? We back again with another video. If you already see what's going on the screen, it look a little scary. Well, that's what we're going for. Just hit that like button if you already feel the slightest scared. You know what I'm saying? Today we about to watch the top 10 real scarier people than Michael Myers. I'm interested to see who these people are. Let me get these headphones on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get right into this, man.
Who here loves the Halloween movies with Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers? The infamous killer that I swear never dies no matter what. That, along with the fact that he's an insane serial killer, makes him pretty terrifying.
If y'all know Michael Myers, man, y'all know it was a little scary watching him when he was a little bit younger and all that. You know what I'm saying? All the Halloween movies and all of that stuff. Yeah, it was a bit scary, man. Hit the like button and subscribe right now. Let's go.
But he's just a fictional character. In reality, there are people far more terrifying than him, which we'll be looking at in today's video. Top 10 real people scarier than Michael Myers. Happy Halloween, guys. Starting off this countdown, we have Clifford Olson. This dude was a very controversial and well-known serial killer here in Canada. In fact, he was given the name the Beast of BC. He took the lives of 11 individuals in the early 1980s. Now, over the course of his life, he had a number of run-ins with the law and was put behind bars a number of times when he was a teen. His first victim was Christine Weller, who disappeared and was later found on Christmas Day. She had been stabbed and strangled. Now, what makes his case so controversial was when
I don't get what's in somebody's head to make them want to kill somebody or do crazy things like that, man. It's just weird to me.
When he was caught, he made a deal with the RCMP. The deal was basically he would get paid for telling them the location of his victims' bodies.
Paid? The audacity.
He got $10,000 for each victim, and then he would send the money to his wife and son. But imagine that, getting paid for your murders. They literally were rewarding him, which makes me sick to my stomach. In our 9th spot, we have Dr. Kitty, but don't be fooled by this doctor's name. She's not cute or friendly. Now, Dr. Kitty's real name is Jingwei Wang. She would perform plastic surgery out of her Toronto basement under the name Dr. Kitty. The thing is, she was only 19 and had no license to do such procedures, let alone did she have any proper training. She posted flyers around the city saying she does face slimming injections. In April of 2017, she got a couple of clients. One client had her face become botched from the injections after getting a massive infection.
When you go in there, you don't look for licenses, anything? We just gonna go in there and say, yeah, seen your flyer. You doing that, right? Where we go? To the back of what? Backyard? The back of the bodega? Downstairs in the basement? What's up? Oh, y'all bugging.
Needless to say, she was arrested and charged. In our 8th spot, we have Richard Chase, aka the Vampire of Sacramento. Why was he given this name? Well, because he was an American serial killer who would drink the blood of his victims before feasting on their bodies. It is said that he
My man is deranged. That's deranged, man. Because they could have had all kind of diseases, man. You just drink their blood, feast on their body. Oh, you tripping, dog.
He took the lives of 6 people in just 1 month in 1977 and 1978. Apparently he did this though because he thought the Nazis were turning his blood into powder through some poison, and he needed to drink other people's blood to prevent that or to counteract it.
That's just crazy. I'm not killing nobody, first of all. And then I'm not drinking nobody's blood. I don't even want it to touch me, bruh. And then who told you they would turn your blood into powder? Or you just made that up?
I don't know what he was thinking, but either way, he was a pretty scary dude. In our 7th spot, we have Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian was the only female emperor in China's history, but she was a ruthless one at that. Why? Well, apparently she killed her sister, her older brothers, the ruler, and poisoned her mother. Not only that, but she was known to torture and execute anyone who got in her way. Plus, she was known to force people into taking their own lives. Even animals had to fear her. This is what she said about taming a horse, and I quote, "First I'll beat it with the iron whip. If it does not yield, I'll hit it with the hammer. If it still won't be tamed, I'll cut its throat with the knife. So that right there gives you just a perfect insight into the woman that she was. Moving on to number 6, we have Jack the Ripper. Of course, you have probably heard about Jack the Ripper.
Heard about this one.
Jill the Ripper, since people think that it could have been a female serial killer, and maybe that's why she was never caught. Because all this time, they were looking for a man, you know? Meanwhile, she was a woman. Anyways, Jack the Ripper was an unidentified serial killer in London in 1888. To this day, they have never been caught. Obviously, they're probably deceased by now. Anyways, the killer would typically target women of the night who would work in bad areas in the East End of London. Some of the victims had their organs removed, and the way in which they were removed made detectives think that the killer had some anatomical or surgical knowledge. Either way, it's believed that Jack took the lives of at least 5 women, but the number could potentially be higher. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with Issei Sagawa. This guy's story makes me sick to my stomach. So on June 11th, 1981, Issei Sagawa invited his friend over for dinner. Little did she know, she was going to be dinner. He ended up—
That's crazy. Like, people eating people is just crazy, bro. I don't know. I heard some stories about that type of stuff, but that right there, man, don't sit well.
up shooting and killing her and then began to feast on her body over the next couple of days. Apparently, he always had the urge to eat the body of a beautiful woman. 32 years he fantasized about this. In fact, he says that what he did was natural and he wants to do it again. And what's horrifying is that he can't if he really wanted to, because he's a free man. So this all took place in France. When he was presented in front of a judge, he was ruled legally insane and unfit to stand trial. So they dropped the trial and sent him back to Japan with the order to be placed in a mental institution. But he didn't. Since the charges in France were dropped, the court documents were sealed, so the Japanese authorities couldn't get him. So they had no case against him and he just walked free. Not only that, he became a minor celebrity in Japan. He appeared on talk shows and did interviews, and literally made a living off of his gruesome deed. I think the fact that he's still out there and can strike again at any moment makes him absolutely terrifying. In our 4th spot, we have Leonard Lake and Charles Ng. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 for this countdown number, so you're welcome.
That's crazy, man.
These 2 men worked together.
First of all, I just gotta think about this. So this guy here is free? He didn't even really do no jail time or nothing. That's tough. So he just been out. He probably ate more people we don't even know about. He just did it better.
Absolutely terrifying. In our 4th spot, we have Leonard Lake and Charles Ng. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 for this countdown number, so you're welcome. These 2 men worked together to commit some horrific deeds. In particular, they built a bunker, would kidnap families, and then bring them to this bunker to torture. They took the lives of 25 or more individuals. In particular, they would target women. If the women had a family, they would kill the family, but keep the woman alive in the bunker. And sadly, they would take advantage of them. Sometimes they even would videotape them doing this. In the end, the pair were caught shoplifting, and when their van was explored, they found bullet holes and blood in the back, so they were caught and arrested. Moving on to number 3, we have the Toy Box Killer. David Parker Ray was an American kidnapper and serial killer that took the lives of more than 50 women. Now, he was referred to as the Toy Box Killer because the women were placed inside of this soundproof trailer filled with a number of torture devices. He referred to this as his toy box. He would then kidnap women, bring them back there, and use whips, medical instruments like saws, clamps, etc., sexual toys, and electric shocks to torture them. But before doing so, he would play a very creepy recording to the women. The recording talked in detail about what he was about to do to them. So he would psychologically torture them before physically torturing them. Thankfully, one of his victims escaped and was able to tell the police about David and his crimes. In our 2nd spot, we have Carl Tanzler. Okay, this dude—
I don't know how she got away, but I'm glad she got away, man. Because he was probably still be out there just doing the same thing. Some of these people really get away. Some of these people exist today. We just don't know of them yet. That's crazy enough just to think about.
His crimes. In our 2nd spot, we have Carl Tanzler. Okay, this dude was another sicko. But basically, he was a radiologist that fell in love with his patient, Maria Elena, who was dying of tuberculosis. But that didn't stop him. Carl ended up digging up her corpse when she died and then fixed her body. He replaced her eyes with glass eyes and used wax and wires, among other stuff, to fix her dead body and face. He then kept her inside of his house and would sleep next to her dead body at night. Of course, it would smell, but he would spray her with perfume and rub her with oils. It took people 7 years before he was caught and people realized what he had done. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Armin Moose. Now, this one is quite the weird story. In 2001, a man named Bernd Brandes posted online saying he was in search of someone who would be willing to cook and then eat him. That's when a man named Armin Moose responded to that ad. The two then arranged how this was gonna go down. When the two met up, Brandes got—
First of all, they both crazy, because somebody responded to an ad that I will cook and eat you. What? Both y'all should just go to jail. Let me hear what happened. Somebody had to die, probably.
Got drunk and took a lot of painkillers before being killed. Armin then ate his body over the course of the next couple of months. Apparently, there was even a video of him doing this, and I'm sorry for all the people that had to watch it, because apparently the people who did see it said it was so disturbing that they sought psychological counseling after. Armin was arrested in December of 2002 after posting another ad explaining what he would do to willing participants. Alright guys, that's all for today's video.
Whoa.
Apparently the people who of his body over and took a lot of arranged how this was gonna go down. A man named Armin Moose responded to that ad. The two then arranged how this was gonna go down. When the two met up, Brandes got drunk and took a lot of painkillers before being killed. Armin then ate his body over the course of the next couple of months. Apparently, there was even a video of him doing this, and I'm sorry for all the people that had to watch it, because apparently the people who did see it said it was so disturbing that they sought psychological counseling after. Armin was arrested in December of 2002 after posting another ad explaining what he would do to willing participants. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you're having a happy and spooky Halloween. We're gonna quickly move on to our comment shout out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, top 10 recent time travel evidence that will blow your mind. Kalisa George commented, what if aliens and UFOs are actually robots?
Oh man, I was just stuck for a second. That's crazy, man. Somebody posted something like that as people are responding to be eaten, or however it went in the beginning. I think somebody posted they wanted to be eaten. He responded and cooked and ate the person. Person wanted this, and there's more people out there that want to be eaten. Like, yeah, what, bruh? This is creepy, man. But yo, hit that like button if you're still here. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Let me know. I got more for y'all. Tell me what y'all thought about this. Who was the most scarier person, or the more crazier person in this whole countdown, right? See you in the next one. Peace.